Human beings have always been intrigued by the concept of free will, which raises the question of whether we are truly in control of our actions or whether our choices are predetermined by various factors such as genetics, environment, and social conditioning. This philosophical and scientific inquiry has been a topic of debate for centuries, with scholars, thinkers, and scientists striving to uncover the truth about the nature of free will. The idea of free will has significant implications for our sense of morality, making it a topic of great interest across various fields of study. So, are we genuinely in control of our actions, or is free will merely an illusion? Let's delve into this fascinating topic to explore the arguments and evidence surrounding this age-old question. That has been debated for centuries in religion, philosophy, and science. At its core, free will is the ability to make choices that are not determined by external factors. It is the idea that we have control over our actions and can decide our own fate, regardless of past experiences, genetics, or the environment. Recent studies in neuroscience have challenged the traditional concept of free will. These studies suggest that our decisions are not made by conscious choice, but by unconscious processes in our brain. These processes are influenced by factors such as past experiences, genetics, and environmental stimuli, which means that our brain makes decisions before we are even aware of them. These findings have led some researchers to conclude that free will is an illusion. They argue that our actions are predetermined by factors outside of our control, such as genetics and environment, and that we are not truly free to make our own choices. The concept of the illusion of free will has significant implications for our lives and society as a whole. If we believe that our decisions are not made by conscious choice, then we may be less likely to hold people accountable for their actions. We may also question our sense of control over our lives and feel unsettled by the idea that our actions are predetermined by factors outside of our control. This concept also has implications for things like justice, punishment, and personal responsibility. If we accept that our actions are predetermined or influenced by factors outside of our control, then we may need to rethink our approach to these concepts. In philosophy, there are many different theories about free will. One theory is determinism, which states that all events, including human actions, are ultimately determined by previous causes. This theory challenges the traditional concept of free will and suggests that our actions are predetermined by past events. Another theory is compatibilism. According to this theory, free will is not the ability to make choices that are not determined by external factors, but the ability to act in accordance with our desires and values. One of the most fascinating aspects of the illusion of free will is how the brain makes decisions. Studies have shown that the brain begins to make decisions before we're even aware of them. In fact, the brain is processing information and making decisions at a subconscious level all the time. We may feel like we're making a choice, but in reality, our brains have already made the decision for us. This has implications for our understanding of free will because it suggests that our conscious mind may not be in control of our actions. Instead, our actions may be determined by unconscious processes in our brain. Genetics also play a significant role in shaping our behaviors and decisions. In addition to addiction, studies have found that specific genes are linked to mental health disorders such as depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia. This suggests that some individuals may be genetically predisposed to these conditions and may not have complete control over their symptoms. Moreover, genetics can also influence our physical health and impact our behavior. Studies have linked certain genes to obesity, which could suggest that some people are more likely to struggle with weight management due to their genetics. Additionally, genetic factors have been shown to play a role in aggression and violence, which raises questions about the degree of control individuals have over their actions. Aside from genetics, our environment also plays a significant role in shaping our behaviors and decisions. Our upbringing, socialization, and experiences all contribute to the way we think and act. For example, studies have found that children who grow up in abusive households are more likely to exhibit aggressive and violent behavior later in life. Likewise, exposure to certain environmental stimuli can also influence our behavior. For instance, studies have shown that individuals who grow up in poverty are more likely to engage in criminal activities. This could be due to the stress and uncertainty of their environment. The concept of free will, or lack thereof, has significant implications for our understanding of concepts such as justice, punishment, and personal responsibility. If our actions are predetermined or influenced by factors outside of our control, then the traditional approach to punishment and justice may need to be reevaluated. For example, if someone commits a crime, the traditional approach is to hold them accountable for their actions and punish them accordingly. However, if their actions were not entirely within their control, then the question arises as to whether punishment is an effective means of addressing the issue. Some argue that instead of punishment, the focus should be on rehabilitation and addressing the root causes of the behavior. The illusion of free will can also have a dark side. Some people may use it as an excuse to avoid taking responsibility for their actions, blaming external factors instead. This can lead to a lack of accountability and a disregard for the consequences of their choices. It can also lead to a sense of powerlessness and resignation in the face of challenging circumstances. If we believe that our actions are predetermined or influenced by factors outside of our control, then it can be tempting to give up and not even try to change things. Moreover, the idea of the illusion of free will can also be used to justify oppressive systems and structures. For example, if we believe that our actions are predetermined by genetics or the environment, then it can be easy to accept that certain groups of people are inherently inferior or prone to certain behaviors. This can lead to discrimination and injustice, as well as a lack of effort to address the underlying issues. Additionally, the illusion of free will can be a difficult concept to grapple with on a personal level. It can be unsettling to think that our sense of control over our lives may be an illusion, and that our decisions may not be entirely our own. This can lead to feelings of anxiety and existential angst, as well as a search for meaning and purpose in a world that may seem deterministic. Despite the challenges posed by the illusion of free will, it is still important to maintain a sense of personal agency and responsibility. Even if our decisions are influenced by external factors, we still have the ability to choose how we respond to those factors. We can still make choices that align with our values and goals, and take responsibility for the outcomes of those choices. Furthermore, accepting the illusion of free will can also lead to a greater sense of compassion and understanding for ourselves and others. If we recognize that our actions are influenced by factors outside of our control, then we may be more forgiving of ourselves and others for mistakes or shortcomings. We may also be more motivated to address the underlying factors that contribute to negative behaviors or outcomes. The debate over the concept of free will is likely to continue into the future as scientific research and philosophical inquiry continue to shed new light on the subject. However, regardless of the outcome of this debate, the concept of free will continue to be an important one, shaping our beliefs, values, and actions. As we continue to explore the complexities of the illusion of free will, it is important to approach the topic with an open mind and a willingness to consider different perspectives. By doing so, we may gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, and find new ways to navigate the challenges of life. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Deep in Thoughts. See you guys in the next video.